So you are a crafter, an artist, or selling something handmade, then make sure you are not making these mistakes while accounting your costs. Hi guys, I am Akansha Sehgal and welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here then welcome to my channel. If you are someone who's a crafter or handmade artist, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you do not miss notifications from my channel, because I share a lot of tips and tricks that can help you grow your business. So in today's video, I am going to share some of the mistakes that a lot of people make when they are accounting for their costs. Costs are the very first step in the whole numbers procedure. If you do not account your costs right, you can struggle in your pricing as well. And this is the reason I'm making today's video, so that you do not make these mistakes in your business. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the very first mistake that people usually make is that they do not record for their costs at all. This is a common mistake when people are just starting out their business, and especially they are just starting out from their homes. So what happens is they have a lot of other things to look after, like setting up their store, pitching into first few customers, working on first few products, and in all this process they forget about recording their costs, which is a very big problem. Also, initially most of the people invest in raw materials on order basis. What I mean by this is that they invest in buying of raw materials only when they get a new order. So because of this situation, what happens is that they feel that they will obviously recover their costs because they will charge prices that are more than the cost that they have invested in raw materials. But in the long run, if you develop this habit, this will cost you a lot. So from the very beginning, start keeping a record of all the costs that you are incurring in your business, because if you start doing it from the very beginning, you will develop that habit, and then there will be no chance that you will miss out on any of the costs in the future scenarios. So the second common mistake that people usually make is that they do not consider per unit cost. So here is an Excel sheet which shows that I have a paper pack named P1. Now, technically it's just one paper pack and it costs me rupees 250. So the total cost is 250. So the whole bundle costs me 250. But what I usually do is I use my sheets separately in all the projects. I never use the whole paper packs. So for me, every sheet is a different unit of raw material for me. So now the paper pack consists 50 sheets. So I have to account for 50 sheets. That is, my quantity will not be 1 but 50 as given in the Excel sheet. So now my per unit cost will be 5 rupees. Why you should consider per unit cost is because then this will give you the accurate costings when you are making your products. So let's take an example that I am making a scrapbook and I take 5 sheets from 5 different paper packs. So when I'm accounting for per sheet cost, I'll be easily able to come to the cost of that scrapbook by taking the cost of individual sheets. So make sure whenever you are buying a bundle of similar things and you know that you will not be using the whole bundle in one project and just using individual units from that bundle, account for per unit cost for that particular thing. The third mistake that people most of the times make is that they ignore the logistics costs of procuring the raw materials. Now whenever you are going to buy raw materials, you will incur some logistics cost. Maybe it's the cost of your petrol, your gas that you are incurring because you are traveling from your home to the market, or there will be some shipping charges if you are getting the products delivered at your place. So you need to include those shipping costs, those cost of the petrol, etc. in the cost of individual products. So let's get back to the Excel sheet. Now if I say that I ordered the paper pack and the shipping costed me 50 rupees. So now the total cost of the paper pack will be 300 and per unit cost will raise to 6 rupees. Now this might be a very small amount for some people, but think for yourself, when you add up this amount in the long run, it can accumulate and get bigger and bigger and bigger. So you cannot afford to ignore your logistics cost. You have to include it in your raw material cost and then charge prices accordingly from your customers. The fourth mistake that people usually make is that they do not categorize their products while accounting for the costs. What I mean by categorization is that you do not account for whether the product is just a raw material or a tools and equipment that you will use in the long run, or it's just a product in itself that you can sell further by adding something to it. So it is really important to categorize your products. Why I say this is because when you are categorizing your products, you'll get an idea of your inventory, first thing. Second thing, you will know that what are the raw materials and what are the tools and equipments, because when you're making a product, you include the cost of raw materials only. The tools and equipment cost is recovered in the long run and not the short run. So categorizing gives you an idea that what are the costs that you have incurred as operating expenses and what are the costs that you have incurred as one-time expense, but which will give you benefit for the coming years as well. So always categorize your products whenever you are accounting the costs in your records. So the last mistake that I'm going to discuss for today is that people a lot of times mix promotional costs with product costs. So as I discussed in the last point, you need to have categorization of your costs. So you can make one more category, which is your advertising cost. Now it is really important for you to understand that you cannot include the cost that you are incurring for your promotions in your raw material or tools and equipment costs. This is because the promotional cost or the advertising cost is for your full business and it will give you benefits over time. Whereas the raw material costs are for the products that you are making. For example, one sheet that you are using in one card, the cost of one sheet should be recovered in that one card only. Whereas the promotional cost, let's say you have invested 1000 rupees in promotions and in that month you made 20 sales. So that 1000 rupees will be divided between those 20 things and that will be taken out from your revenue, or I should say profits, because promotional cost is recovered from the profits that you make. So you really need to keep this thing in mind that promotional costs should never be included in the raw material cost of a product. So this was it for today's video. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And I would just like to tell you this thing, that accounting for your costs is so necessary because your pricing will hugely depend on how you are accounting your costs. Also, I'll be sharing how you can price your products very soon, so make sure you're hitting that subscribe button so that you do not miss notifications for that video. And thank you for watching this video. I'll see you super soon in my next one. Bye.